Greetings everybody, this is CaptainStrangelife here with the third and final part of my DELL and Gold Key Golden and Silver Age comic collection. And before I get into that, gotta relate to you a story about a very disturbing email, a very disturbing PM that I received. For those beebleberry pickers out there that don't know what PM is, well, it means a lot of different things, but in this case it's the abbreviation for private message. Well, anyway, this individual private messaged me and informed me that in some of my previous videos the donuts that I had were not actually donuts at all, but simple pastries, because donuts are supposed to have holes in them. Well, supposed to have holes in them? Well, I'll have you know that the original donut came from the old country, and where I came from, I mean, almost everything came from Europe, even the hot dogs. We call them hot dogs. They were actually frankfurters that came from, I think, originally Frankfurt, Germany. But anyway, the original donuts in Europe, where I came from, were called mundelins, and these mundelins were in the shape of these, like, golf balls, but they were shaped more like a walnut and primarily made up of dough, henceforth the name donut. And I'm not kidding you, my father, amongst many other trades he did, was also a baker, and he used to make these, and they were made, you know, with dough and brown sugar and eggs and spices. And well, here I have something that I bought at Dunkin' Donuts that actually looks a little bit like one of those mundelins, but the way my father made them, they were a little bit bigger than this, and they were shaped more like a walnut, and they had no holes in them, and this was the original donut. As a matter of fact, they call these munchkins over at Dunkin' Donuts, and I've seen them at other places where they called them, of all things, hush puppies. But those were the original donuts, and they didn't have any holes in them. So there, that should learn you something. Don't tell me about my donuts, you know who you are. And also, before I start showing you the rest of these comics, I just want to mention that Hippie for Life has got a new channel that he calls Hippie's Collectibles. And in one of his recent videos, I think it was about a week, maybe 2 weeks ago, he showed some Golden Age Captain America comics. A few of them were coverless, but nonetheless they were interesting. And he had one that did have a cover on it, issue number 64, in which there was a beautiful drawing, you know, almost maybe it was Alex Schoenberg, I don't know, but there was a woman on there that kind of looked like he thinks Tracy Lords or maybe Jessica Rabbit. Well, I want to show Hippie for Life something. I mean, Hippie's Collectibles channel something. This is an ultra rare copy of Harvey Comics Spooky, and this is from 1968. This is number 106. 1968. And let me bring it up close to you. Just beautiful. Beautiful condition, high grade, ultra rare. And just look at that. These two on the cover, they look like they're hippies for life. So, if you're interested there, Hippie's Collectible, I will be glad to trade you this ultra rare high grade copy, hard to find, Spooky number 106, for that Captain America Comics number 64. Just let me know. And hey, I'm not kidding, you know. Well, actually I am a little bit, but I mean, how can you pass this up? How can you pass that up? That's a typical stereotype of the hippies back then. Well, not so much a stereotype. I've seen a lot of hippies that way. Okay, enough of that. This is actually not a Silver Age comic because it was in this box. I don't know how I put it in, why I put it in there, but it's mixed in there, and it's from 1974. But this guy here on the cover, This guy right there, that's Martin Milner, and he starred in a series back in I think from 1960 to 1964 called Route 66, in which he and another guy traveled, you know, down the old American Route 66, and it was all about their adventures or their misadventures in their little phallic symbol colored red convertible Corvette. And it was a pretty cool series. I saw it as a kid all the time, but I never knew what much of it, you know, meant or was about really, but I probably watched it because of the girls. But after that series, I think he did this one back in the later 60s, 68. It lasted for quite a long time, from about 68 to 75 or something, Adam 12. And that's, again, it was about two guys traveling around in the car, but this time they're cops. But I thought that was a cool series. But anyway, that's that. Let's see what I got next. There is a Mickey the Mouse. Wait a minute, Mickey the Mouse. Alley-oop. Another Walter Lands, Andy Panda. This was from a movie called The Battle of the Bulge, and I think it was, let me see here, 1966. I was going to say 65, but based on an actual historical World War II battle. Beach Blanket Bingo from the movie with Annette Funicello and Frankie Avalon. And who doesn't love a little Bugs Bunny? I know I got a lot of t-shirts that I like to wear that have the Bugs Bunny and Walt Disney characters on them, because I'll tell you one thing, when I'm out in the bar anywhere and we're wearing our shirts, you know, and these guys wearing Thor and Spider-Man and Daredevil and all that, the girls, believe me, they like Bugs Bunny, they like Walt Disney character, Warner Brother characters. They don't care about those other guys, and that's why I wear a lot of stuff from Warner Brothers. Another comical cover. A lot of these gag covers are pretty comical. I got another one of those. Here's the earliest issue that I have. It's from 1945. Interesting cover. 1945. Here's another one of those huge 100 pagers, 25 cents. Comic book companies, especially DELL, they would come out with these huge books for holidays, for vacation, you know, and for camp, you know, summer camp. There's some Chilly Willy. Chilly Willy was another Walter Lantz production, but Walter Lantz is most famous for his Woody the Woodpecker creation. Chip and Dale. I remember these crazy chipmunks. What did they always say? Shall we? Surely. Let's do. Oh, this was a great movie. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, with a Walt Disney film with oh, wait a minute, maybe this was not a Walt, no, this wasn't a Walt Disney film. I can't remember now if this was Walt Disney. I don't think it was a Walt Disney film, but it was with Dick Van Dyke. It was a great family adventure film. Fun back in those days. I cannot remember if that was Walt Disney or not. Well, I guess I'll find out later. Cicero's Cat. This Corky and White Shadow was a little series that they used to have on the Mickey Mouse Show, on Walt Disney's Mickey Mouse Show, but I have never seen it. Now this would be a great family film for anyone who's got small kids. Man, Darby O'Gill and the Little People. I love this Walt Disney movie, and this is a Walt Disney movie. And I got this, and it starred Sean Connery before he became 007. This is like from 1959 or something. Is there a date on the cover? No. But oh, man, this is just a great film about this guy who catches a leprechaun, and they're trying to outsmart each other. Because you catch a leprechaun and you get your pot of gold. It was just a great film. If you can get a hold of this movie, I would get it if you got kids, man. I enjoy watching this all the time. Some more painted covers. I just love the painted covers. I got a bunch of Walt Disneys in here, so I'm just gonna show you these real quickly if I can. The Best of Uncle Scrooge. cover. Let me, sorry about that. One of those covers from a comic book that I would like to enlarge and just make a poster out of. I'm having a problem here with trying to keep things going, huh? Felix the cat. This was based on a movie, obviously. 55 Days at Peking, before it became Beijing. There's another huge comic. This looks like about 80 pages. Hanna-Barbera, the Flintstones. This is number 1 from 1967, Flying Saucers. This is Frankenstein number 1 from 1963. 63. Nice cover on there too. I think I might have actually shown this before as one of my favorite covers. Francis. Let's see what I got here. Some Garrison's Gorillas. Garrison's Gorillas here. That was a TV show, I think. I never seen it, but there's Ghost Stories. Sorry. Got a big chunk missing right out of the corner down there. Mobile. This is another Walt Disney movie that I absolutely love, starring Walter Brennan, about a guy who discovers he has little people living in this forest. Great movie from the 60s again, Walt Disney. They had the best Disney films, I think, came out in the 1960s. And then after that, I don't know, things just kind of went south for a long time. This is one of my favorite Heckle and Jekyll covers. And a lot of people think that Heckle and Jekyll were crows, but in actuality they were not crows, they were thieving magpies, like Rossini's thieving magpie. Here they are in a tunnel of love. Not with each other, you know, with a female in between them, of course. Well, let's see what else I got here. That'll about do it. Let's see. A little more Heckle and Jekyll. Howdy doody. No bit of Huey, Dewey, and Louie. And that is about it. That is all my DELL and Gold key. So I shall leave you now to ponder this.